Basketball adds a new coach to their staff.
And baseball returned home for another SEC matchup. This and more on Sports Night in Auburn.
Good evening and welcome to Sports Night in Auburn. I'm Hayden Desmond.
And I'm Aaron Wise. Thank you for joining us tonight.
We start with some breaking news from yesterday as Auburn basketball has hired former program standout Wes Flanagan as an assistant coach. Flanagan is leaving his position of 2 years as head coach at the University of Arkansas Little Rock.
Flanagan said in a statement released Monday, "Returning to Auburn is a dream come true for me. I've always wanted to come back to Auburn to coach basketball at some point. I want to thank Coach Pearl and the staff for giving me this opportunity."
Flanagan played with Auburn from 1993 to 1997 and was a 4-year starter at point guard. He is also the 22nd leading scorer in program history with 1,228 points.
The Tigers look to carry their offensive momentum into a matchup with UAB last night after taking a 3-game series with Mississippi State 2-1 over the weekend. And Auburn didn't skip a beat, taking a 3-0 lead after the first inning. The Tigers would go on to defeat UAB 12-2, sweeping the Blazers this season. The win brings Auburn to 22-17 on this season.
Number 8 softball look to continue their hot streak on the road, traveling to Missouri to take on the Tigers. It would not go the way Auburn wanted as they dropped both games. Auburn would fall to Mizzou in Game 1, 5-4 on a Mizzou walk-off. Game 2 would be all Mizzou, defeating Auburn 5-1. The loss puts Auburn at a 36-10 record for the season.
Track and field looked for gold at home this past weekend.
And you don't want to miss our Player of the Week. We'll be right back.
Fans, direct your attention to the flagpole for a special presentation.
You never really leave Auburn, because Auburn never leaves you.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
I hope that you've been able to learn a strong work ethic surrounded by character, integrity, perseverance, so that when your 1 second comes, you'll be prepared for it.
Chris Davis.
45, there goes Davis!
Your 1 second, our 1 second is now. And our lives have been guided by the principles of one of the greatest academic institutions in the country, Auburn University.
Track and field made their first appearance on the Plains this past weekend, hosting the Tiger Track Classic. Auburn would end up claiming 10 total wins on the weekend with 20 collegiate and personal best. The sprinters and field competitors were the highlight of the weekend, claiming 8 of the 10 wins on Saturday.
Men's tennis looked to end their season on a high note, taking on LSU and Texas A&M. The Tigers would fall to LSU in Baton Rouge 4-3 on Friday, and Auburn would then travel to College Station to face Texas A&M on Sunday. The result would be the same, with Auburn losing by a final of 4-3.
Women's tennis looked to continue their recent hot streak in SEC play, taking on Texas A&M and LSU in Auburn. Auburn would take care of business Friday, taking down Texas A&M 4-2. The Tigers would then go on to defeat LSU 4-2 to close out their regular season play.
This week's Player of the Week is none other than Casey Mize. Mize pitched a complete game on Friday, allowing 1 run on 5 hits, and the win moved Mize to 7-1 on the year.
Coming up, we'll take a look at this year's NHL Playoffs.
And update on the chase for the cup after this.
Recently, our country has witnessed catastrophic devastation. Hurricanes and flooding have upended lives and livelihoods.
Across this great country, Americans have answered the call.
That special calling that compels us, when others are down, to step up and do whatever it takes.
America's at her best when, against all odds, we come together and lift each other up.
Please donate to oneamericaappeal.org. America needs you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
It may say April on the calendar, but winter is still here, especially because there are still teams competing on the ice.
The NHL playoffs are in full swing and have been for the past week. We'll take a look at who is in and who is on the way out of this year's pursuit of the Stanley Cup.
Starting in the West, the Nashville Predators look to return to the Stanley Cup Finals, but must get by the Colorado Avalanche first. As of now, the Predators lead the series 2-1.
The winner of the Nashville-Colorado series will square off against the Winnipeg Jets versus the Minnesota Wild. The Jets are currently leading the series 3-1.
Moving on in the West, as the Las Vegas Knights are looking to bring home the cup in their first NHL season. The Knights swept the LA Kings last night to advance to the second round.
To close out the West, the winner of the Knights-Kings series must face the winner of the Anaheim Ducks and San Jose Sharks series. The Sharks are also looking for a sweep like the Knights. They lead the series over the Ducks 3-0.
Now to the East. The Tampa Bay Lightning are looking to rebound after missing out on the playoffs last season. The Lightning are currently facing the New Jersey Devils. Tampa Bay is leading the series 2-1.
The winner of the Tampa Bay New Jersey series must face the winner of the Boston Bruins and Toronto Maple Leafs series. The Stanley Cup favorite Bruins currently lead the Maple Leafs 2-1.
Moving on in the East, the Washington Capitals are looking to end their bad luck in the NHL playoffs in their first round matchup with the Columbus Blue Jackets. As of right now, their luck still may not be in their favor, with the Blue Jackets leading the series 2-1.
To close out the East, the back-to-back Stanley Cup champions Pittsburgh Penguins are looking to capture their third straight title. The Penguins must first get by their arch rival, the Philadelphia Flyers. The Penguins currently lead the series 2-1.
So, Aaron, what do you think about the playoffs so far?
Well, I really like the Pittsburgh Penguins. I'm a big Sidney Crosby fan, so I'm really liking what I'm seeing from them. I think that they're actually going to take it all. I'm predicting a nice three-peat for them.
A good three-peat for Pittsburgh.
Yes. Coming up, we'll have a look at everything you need to know for this week on the Plains. We'll be right back.
Open road, here comes the Heffley family.
Whether it's a short trip or a long haul.
Estimated time, 47 hours.
They will beg.
You're hungry? I'm happy to provide.
They will plead.
Deep fried butter on a stick.
But whatever you do, don't wimp out.
Now you're talking?
Make them buckle up.
He can't hurt.
Remember, safety first. Cheese curls second.
Are you orange?
Here is my handle and here is my spout.
When I get all steamed up, then I shout.
Tip me over and pour me out. Oh.
It only takes a moment to make a moment.
Cheers.
Take time to be a dad today.
The school year may be coming to a close, but many of your favorite Auburn teams are still going strong. Here's everything you need to know for another busy week in Auburn sports.
Women's tennis will hit the road and head up to Knoxville this week for the SEC Championships starting today and lasting through Monday.
Equestrian will be competing one final time this season in the NCEA Championships this weekend in Waco, Texas. Competition is set to begin on Wednesday and last through Saturday.
Women's golf are in postseason play as they are set to compete in the SEC Championship beginning today and lasting through Sunday in Birmingham, Alabama at the Greystone Country Club.
Baseball hits the road this weekend for an SEC matchup with their arch rival, Alabama. The three-game series will last Friday through Sunday. Friday's game is set to begin at 6 p.m. with Saturday's game beginning at 7 p.m. First pitch Sunday is expected to be at 1 p.m. Both Friday and Sunday's games can be seen on the SEC Network Plus with Saturday's game on the SEC Network.
Baseball will then return home to seek revenge over Samford on Tuesday with first pitch set to begin at 6 p.m. and can be seen on the SEC Network Plus.
Softball welcomes Arkansas to the Plains for a three-game series this weekend. First pitch is set Friday to be thrown at 6 p.m. Saturday's game is set to start at 6 p.m. and Sunday's game will begin a little earlier with a 2 p.m. start time. All games can be seen on the SEC Network Plus.
Track and field will stay at home this weekend in search of gold in their War Eagle Invitational. Competition is set to begin Friday and continue through Saturday.
To stay up to date with your favorite Auburn teams, go to our website, eagleeyeauburn.com, or follow us on Twitter at EETV_sports.
I'm Hayden Desmond.
And I'm Aaron Wise.
From all of us here at Sports Night in Auburn, thank you for joining us this evening. Good night.
Somebody seen him hanging around at the old dance hall on the outskirts of town. He looked into her eyes when she stopped him to ask if he wanted to dance. He had a face like a mask. She never said nothing, there was nothing she wrote. She gone with the man in the long black coat.
A message from the Alabama Attorney General's office.